All right, looking at number 1 on the review. It even tells us to use implicit differentiation. This is one where it tells us the answer, so we know where we're headed. So 2y dy dx minus 2x equals 0. So dy dx equals x over y. If only they had wanted the first derivative, we'd be done. And then we could plug in a point and find the slope of a tangent line, or find a tangent line, or stop there. Lots of stuff we could do from there. But we want the second derivative. So we need to take the second derivative of that thing. So the left-hand side is the second derivative. The right-hand side would be the quotient rule. What's f prime? 1. What's g prime? Dy dx. So, let's see, gf prime. Okay, that's easy. That's just y. Minus fg prime. X dy dx. All over g squared. All right, this does not look like that. Not really at all. But what do we know? What could we substitute in? dy dx. And what's dy dx equal to? X over y. So y minus x times x over y all over y squared. So that's good. We got rid of the dy dx. What would you like to do next? I'd like to get rid of that y. So if I multiply the top by y, that would fix that denominator, but then I would have to multiply the bottom by y, which is actually really good news because I wanted y cubed in the bottom. So y squared minus x squared over y cubed. Oh yeah, because what's y squared minus x squared? 36. So that one was not as bad as the one we did in class. That one was a little bit easier. This happens frequently. When you want to find a second derivative, usually the first derivative is part of your answer, and you got to plug that back in, and then depending on how the question is worded, you might have been able to stop there or plug in your point right there. But this one wanted you to show the steps all the way down. Let me ask a question or two here. On number 5, it says horizontal tangent line. What should your brain think when it sees horizontal tangent line? Okay, I saw one of these and I saw one of these, and that's both correct, right? So it looks like that. What's 0? Slope, which means the derivative, y prime or f prime or dy dx, however you want to write it, is 0. So that's really just a fancy way of asking, where is the derivative 0? Down here at the bottom, other topics, vertical tangent lines. What's a vertical tangent line look like? Yep. And what's going on? What's undefined? Slope is undefined. Of course, that means the derivative is undefined. But how do you get an undefined derivative? 0 on the bottom. 0 in the denominator. 7, I think we've seen problems like that on the last test. That one would 7a would be product rule. 7b would be chain rule. How about 6? Find the derivative of x squared times f of x. What rule is that going to require? I think product rule. Oh, this is going to look funny if I label that one f and that one g. Should I label them backwards? Should I do product rule in place? Should I rewrite this so that I can label g the right thing? It doesn't matter because you're multiplying. So yeah, but it was going to get real confusing if I labeled f g and f. So I'm just going to rearrange things a little bit here. So f prime would just be f prime. Yes, sir?
I came here during lunch.
The videos. There's more videos posted.
Yeah, but it's about the review. Like, I think you did something wrong. Start recording. Early tomorrow.
Okay. So, be warned on the videos for the review. Apparently, I might have missed the chain rule. I don't think so. I remember doing all those. All right, back to number 6. So, g prime is 2x. So, now I need to do f times g prime. Because f was f, so f prime is f prime. That's way better than calling g f and then really being confused. Plus the other way around. X squared times f of x. And I can't really do anything more than that. So my answer is in terms of f and f prime. Because unless I know what f is, I'm kind of stuck with that.
I'm stuck with the f prime.
Well, okay, so forget f and g, do chain rule, do product rule in your head. First one times derivative of the second. First times derivative of the second. Plus second times derivative of the first. First times derivative of the second. Second times derivative of the first.
For f of x, how did you get the derivative of f of x to be f?
The derivative of f of x is f prime. Because I don't know what f is, so I'm just going to call it f prime.
Would it work if